What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting and tech-forward episode of the TradeMarke Podcast. We are back. Sarah's on the road, tuning in live from a tech fest, which is going to be super fun to learn about here in a minute. But we've also got our good friend Chelsea Fusselbaugh on with us, and she is from TradeEngage. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I have heard that this is going to change the world. So I'm super excited to dive in and learn more about the way we're about to change the world with TradeEngage. So let's go ahead and get started.
Step into the TradeMarke, your go-to podcast for everything marketing in the trades. Hosted by award-winning industry marketing experts Sarah Ghirardo from Remarkable and Eric Thomas from Rival Digital. Together, we're here to unite the worlds of trades and marketing, bringing you insights, stories, and strategies from the heart of the industry. Whether you're a trade professional, a marketing expert, or somewhere in between, this is the place for you. Listen in as we're here for the big ideas, the game changers, and the everyday successes. Because at the TradeMarke, we're with the trades and for the trades.
Yay! I'm so excited. All right, Chelsea. So go ahead and tell us about TradeEngage. Tell us about yourself, being a female founder, all the great things. We're so excited that you're on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks to both you, Eric and Sarah, for having me. This has been super fun to look forward to over the last couple of months. Sarah, I know you and I met through the sisterhood, actually, which is awesome to be able to bring that to life here. But yeah, as you said, my name is Chelsea Fusselbaugh. I'm the co-founder of TradeEngage, which is an enterprise level referral management platform built for home service companies. And I co-founded TradeEngage with my husband, Andrew, and our Rockstar team about 2 years ago now.
Awesome. And so tell me a little bit about what TradeEngage does, and then I'll keep asking more questions.
Yeah, sure. So we founded TradeEngage on this premise that home service companies, effectively, our team kept hearing the same story from family-run businesses, home service companies, and large enterprises that their best work was coming from referrals, but nobody was tracking them. Nobody was getting paid for them. This was really brought to the forefront when PE firms accelerated their investments and roll-ups into the space. And at the same time, you saw a lot of families of brands or families of franchise brands selling other franchises and their customers on the fact that they could really generate leads from affiliate companies and cross-sell services to own the home. This has been on everyone's growth roadmap for a long time. But the reality is, and was and still is for some, is that this is a lot easier said than done. So my co-founders and I, we would ask these companies, hey, how are you doing this? How are you really owning the home? And a lot of these large PE-backed companies or PE firms would kind of look back at you like you weren't supposed to ask that question. They didn't really have a clear answer on how to do that. So we built TradeEngage to be the enterprise level referral platform for the trades and really solving that through two different parts. First being business to business referrals, connecting home service companies with each other. And the second being customer referrals. We believe that the referral flywheel really compounds for home service companies when these two are connected together. And as a home service company, you can co-brand and own the home, offer every service to your customer by leveraging your own network of referral partners too.
I love this. This is so important because in the home services, not only is the customer referral hard to attribute, right? It's the business to business referral. They're using phone numbers and then spreadsheets, and it creates friction in the dynamic of what that looks like for the business. And so I love that your platform is bringing it all together. And
It's
really,
like that list, Sarah, like that list behind every CSR's desk that's like,
yes,
hey, I'm a customer. You helped me a couple of months ago. I'm calling you about another service. Can you help me? Home service companies are seeing about 1/3, I think it's like 33% of their calls that they're getting are disqualified. And their CSRs then is saying, no, we can't do it. We don't offer that service. Or at best, they're saying, let me consult my list and like try to find a phone number for you to call. I don't know if you're going to answer. There's no attribution. I don't even know if they're going to help you out. But that's like as far as a lot of companies take it today.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that, I mean, it can go so far, right? I mean, if you think about, for me, I think always about when I'm asking for referrals from the customer, like I want to own the neighborhood. And neighborhood marketing is where I would definitely lean into, hey, what does that look like on a QR code? Like, how does the customer, and I know that we can't pay customers, or we can't pay customers, but we can reward customers for being a loyal customer. And I think that's the cool part about TradeEngage. But I also think the business to business aspect is so powerful, because what if you created the neighborhood network and then, not that Google's not a thing, but what if it didn't have to be such a big thing?
Totally. So, like the way that we help a lot of our home service companies is after every completed job, you send out a email or a text message, or you put a QR code on that flyer or door hanger to ask the customer for a referral. They can refer their friend. Of course, we automate it. We automatically pay that customer when their friend books a service. We're big on putting that all on autopilot, no tracking in spreadsheets. Or that customer, to your point, Sarah, can like really be the neighborhood ambassador and like take your link, become an influencer, become your affiliate marketer, post it in their HOA or in their neighborhood group, ask more people to book with your own company. But then where that becomes this like big flywheel is that link has your own company's logo on it, which is awesome. But then it also says, hey, by the way, if you need any of these other services, check out or tap into my trusted network. So if you're an electrical company, you're now telling your customers, hey, you can book with our plumbing or our window cleaning or our landscaping company that we trust. You're delivering a much better customer experience. And then you're co-branding with all of your referral partners around, which is super cool.
Yeah, it's super cool, cost efficient. It decreases the the cost of acquisition that we chase after with leads, and it provides partner networks, because really it's about community. And with AI, and I know you were like, I don't want to talk about AI, but it's the opposite. It's the antithesis, right? It is thinking of, how do we get back into the neighborhood? How do we build community? And that is part of the diversification strategy inside of marketing. Eric, what do you think?
Oh gosh, I love everything about this. So
Everything
work-
about this. Like, I tell everybody, I'm like, have you heard
By the way,
TradeEngage?
my AirPods died. Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, I can
I'm
hear you.
going like super old school now. I got like speakers, like you're making
And you get distracted me.
your microphone.
Yes.
So hopefully this doesn't sound so. When I worked at Neighborly, we had like a bazillion different brands, and it was like always like this cross brand promotion stuff going on. And then I'm not working in that world anymore now. But I know that our customers and contractors we work with still love word of mouth referrals, even contract referrals from other contractors. And for so long, I feel like everyone was just like, the only answer was BNI. Like, go join a BNI group. Like, that was the solution to referrals, was joining the BNI group. So I'm really excited to kind of hear that there's other solutions out there for, for stuff like this, even like closer to home than people realize, because I've seen some folks even creating like their own, like even just like a Facebook Messenger with like several friends that own, a soft wash company, a pool company, a roofer, a pest control company. Like, they all kind of just get together and start referring each other out. So how does it kind of look like outside of the PE world, and outside of like the brand platform world, and outside of the franchise world? Like, what does that kind of look like?
Yeah, so we've got company and home service companies of all sizes, and we built TradeEngage with the thought that we need to be a one size fits all for 50 plus different trades, and for companies that are your two men doing your soft wash business in a local community to your, large private equity backed HVAC company. And companies connect with each other on TradeEngage. We take a very consultative approach to helping home service companies build their referral network, message each other, leverage the TradeEngage database of home service companies to really connect with other business owners. And then to your point, Eric, really what makes this different from other referral networks is that yes, we're a workflow and a software, but we're really a community as well. So you're building those referral partnerships. You're then extending them to your teams of service professionals and office staff or customer service reps who are in the front lines talking to customers, able to ask customers for a referral, but also able to see referral opportunities with every job or with every call. We have a number of technicians and CSRs who use TradeEngage daily in their operations to refer services and extend the offering to their customers, refer other services that their homeowners or customers need, and then get paid or incentivized for those referrals. Sarah, you made a really good point earlier, which is like, why is this so important, especially for marketing? Because your acquisition costs with referrals are so much lower. You're customizing that referral fee. You're deciding how much you want to pay a local tech or a customer for a referral. And for many companies, it is close to 1% or zero. I had one of our customers text me the other day who she's scaling a 35-year-old company that's in the glass services space. And she just sold a $5,000 job from a customer referral, and her acquisition cost was less than 1%. It is like a no-brainer flywheel that can just run on autopilot for, shops like hers.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is everyone forgets that a lot of the home service businesses started on referrals, right? Word of mouth is gigantic, and it's not going anywhere because we often ask our friends of, hey, like, my AC just broke, like, who would you recommend? Or I'm looking for a pest control service. And then some people might see the truck in the neighborhood and like be like, oh, if my neighbor's using this, then I'm going to use this. Well, why not get paid? I think that's the big deal.
Totally. And like, why not put money back into the ecosystem's pockets, into the community's pockets? To your point, there's nothing wrong with Google, and Google's marketing isn't going anywhere, but bring down your acquisition cost. And the TradeEngage is built on this mission that reputation scales, trust wins, pay each other's companies and customers, and keep money within our industry and within your local community, not necessarily within, some of these large traditional marketing.
Yeah. And I love that because we often just have wasted spend. And this actually like hones in on the spend that we have and makes it actionable but attributable. And that's what I really enjoy is that it's like I can track this, I can manage this.
Yeah.
And some spends you're just like, well, today I spent $1,500. There was a post, where this woman was like, and not to call them out, but just to have that conversation. She was like, oh, today we had a bunch of calls because we spent $1,500 on LSA or on Google. And I'm thinking to myself, but did you convert? Like, did you, what was the wasted spend? And if you spend $1,500 a day, you better have a hefty budget, right? And so like all these things run through my mind when people are talking about these things. But when it's a word of mouth, when it's it becomes loyalty. And I think like that's like this customer lifetime value behind the loyal customers, behind those word of mouth customers just continues to grow. And especially with programs like yours.
Yeah, to your point, referrals have been a long part of marketing strategies, but the actual systems and putting a system in place to not have casual referrals, not have, a air traffic control like system where you're fielding a bunch of text messages or hoping they convert, and putting a workflow behind that and putting an AI driven workflow behind that is what makes this a really successful marketing channel for home service companies. I mean, I had joked with you before we started that like, hey, I don't want to talk about AI because I'm like obsessed with it and can't stop reading about this is a big week of announcements, right? With AI, from announcements from Anthropic, but it's an amazing time to build some of these systems using AI for home service companies, not only to see what home service companies are doing with it, but also how something like a marketing channel can be accelerated, have a much more massive impact because of AI. We have a head of AI engineering on our team who's really leading this effort and is focused on a number of different things, whether it's automatically connecting home service companies with the right referral partners using agentic AI, or automatically routing jobs from your call center, leads that are unfulfilled using agentic AI. So there's a lot that we're doing there and a lot that's on the horizon, but it's an amazing time to build some of these workflows for the industry.
Yeah, I think it's so cool because with AI, everybody's a creator the way that you want to create, and whether the end product is perfect, because nothing is perfect. Content is not perfect, but we often, work towards that. I think that just with AI, it allows us to create, and it allows us to, if we allow ourselves. And the software that's coming out is so incredibly just intelligent that it makes our lives easier. Why are we working so hard, right? What's up with this hustle culture? When really, we can lean into strategy and our brains and our vision. That's how I think about AI. But Eric, how do you think about AI?
I love it. We recently moved someone internally to be like an engineer within our company. And because he was like super into like building like innate in automation or workflows and building out automations and doing all that stuff. And it's been really nice because like I was trying to like figure out a whole lot of things all at once, just the trap of AI. I think a lot of people have a lot of ideas and then they try to like do all of it. They get overwhelmed and they like kind of freak out and shut down. That's kind of how I was. But now that we have someone that's like dedicated to it, I can just go get I can go get in with like Claude or chat and just spitball. Also Whisperflow. I love Whisperflow.
Amazing
I
too.
so I get on Whisperflow and I'm just brain dumping. Like I want to do this, and the first step's going to be this, and then it's going to pull from this, Google Drive and pull the document over here and do this and do that and do this, and then I'll be like, how do I do this? And then it will spit out like effectively like a project brief, and then I'll send it to our guy, on the team that does this, and just be like, here's what I've got in mind, and here's the all the things, and then like a day or two later, he's like, here's a prototype, and it's just like it's so nice to be able to like Sarah said, like I can just be like, here's the strategy behind it. Here's kind of like the thought process, and like it can just be done. Versus like in the past, some of these things would take months to build.
It's like totally changes the way that as a company, especially as a tech company or digital marketing company, you're building your own operating systems or you're getting data, and then you're like, our team's looking around like our customers can do this, right? Like how do we make this accessible for our customers, whether it's the way you're uploading a referral or like the way you're getting the data around your referral partners and actually tracking that. But Eric, I'm so glad to hear you use Whisperflow, because I used to be one of those people that would like, quietly make fun of people who walk around in the street, like talking into their iPhone. And now I'm like, everywhere I go, like whether it's the office, a hotel, a restaurant, like I'm just Whisperflow all day long.
Have y'all tested with like the pedals, like the foot pedals? Have y'all seen those?
I haven't. Is it through Whisper?
I'll have to find a link and send it to y'all. I haven't tested it, but my business partner, his name's also Eric. He got this foot pedal, and so he can control with his foot where like he'll push down with his foot, and it's effectively like hitting the little command button to like get Whisper rolling. So he's like completely hands free now, and like he'll just push down and start talking, and it's like adding notes to like an Asana task or something. It's just so crazy. Like we're about to get to a world where like not only is penmanship dead, but like even typing is just not even going to be required.
Is dead. I mean, between like your fingers and your keyboard and this foot pedal, you could be like opening Claude and Whisper at the same time, like all just like with your digits.
Yeah. Well, there was that one guy. I forgot. I was watching a podcast or an episode, and he was talking about how he has open Claude in his home in video, and so basically he just speaks to the home, and the home watches him and see and predicts what needs to happen. So, and it controls his car. So like, it was just wild. I was like, I have so much to do. Right?
You
That's
can
how,
become obsessed with it. Like you like go down like one thing that you're like, this can be, you know, like a foot pedal, right? And you can just become so obsessed with like the latest announcement or latest tool. Certainly
yeah.
we have, or certainly I have.
Yeah, most definitely. I just really so I've been speaking about TradeEngage for a while because to a lot of people, because I'm like, have you checked this out? Have you seen this? Is there a demo that I can watch? Like, where can people find your information? How can they learn more? How can they get a demo? Like, tell me where to find you, Chelsea.
Yeah, no, totally. So as I mentioned, we take a super consultative approach to working with home service companies. We want to, help companies design their referral program. Anyone that is interested can go to our website, tradeengage.com. There's a big green button there to book a demo, meet with one of our team members. You can also email me directly. I'm just Chelsea at tradeengage.com. So I'm happy to meet any business owners or connect them with our team to learn more and to help them scale their referral flywheel.
Awesome. And we'll drop the link into the chat. The last question I really did have for you, because I just remembered, you said that you create a referral network partnership kind of deal. So how do you choose the contractors behind that? Is it just those on the TradeEngage, or like, because for me, they would need like a really reputable reputation. They would need like a great FSM or ERP. Like I would want them to have qualifiers to be in a participant with me as a business. How do you guys do that?
It's super important. The trust and reputation is like a big factor. And we vet home service companies through a number of different ways, whether it's your Google reviews, which we make available in the TradeEngage app and network to other home service companies, whether or not they're going to have a high propensity to be a referral partner, offering complimentary services, or maybe they already participate in other referral networks. This is all data that we have and that we share with our customers. And then we also see a lot of companies migrate one or two existing partners onto TradeEngage. We've seen a couple of companies do that, and the results are 60 to 70% more referrals because you're putting a system in place. And then you're able to tap into each other's networks and run that co-branding to each other's customer bases. So there's a couple of different ways that we're helping companies really build that network, but the trust aspect is super important.
I love that. I love that. Is there anything else that you want to tell our listeners about, like, why would they want a demo? Like I know why. I know why I talk about this. I want to decrease my costs, but also I want to conquer my neighborhood and I want to help others in my community to help them understand that we are local and we serve each other. So yeah, anything that you want to say to anyone and all of our listeners?
Yeah. So as you pointed out, obvious answer is to reduce your acquisition costs, reduce your marketing spend. But for us, it's also to really own that home and own that customer experience, to be that one phone call for all of your customers. So that what regardless of what services you offer, you can help the customer with anything that they need, which is not only going to deliver a superior customer experience and set you apart from your competitors, but it's also going to help you keep that marketing spend back into your community, whether it's paying a local customer or paying a local technician. Most of our customers say, look, I'd rather pay someone else's tech for high quality referral than, where my traditional marketing spend is going.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. And, like meeting you at the sisterhood just changed my life. And I really appreciate you taking the time to invest and come on the TradeMarke and speak about TradeEngage and continue to, reach out to each other. I just really appreciate meeting you and knowing you. So
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks for having me. Awesome to obviously work with you, Sarah, as always, and meet you, Eric. Sarah, I have an idea for you all. You may want to do a sisterhood episode where you bring a couple members on. You may need to to filter some of it out or record at the next retreat. But yeah, this is an awesome podcast, and I look forward to continuing to follow it. You be on it again soon.
Awesome. Well, we'll talk to you soon. And listeners, if you're out there, please leave us a review. Tell us how great we are. Pat us on the back. That would be awesome. And we will talk to you soon. Have a great one.